then it becomes the individual handler's submission, a pic and then a wording under.
Okay, so if I had posted that picture with the words free Jacob Zuma, that would be incitement.
My Lord, I would say no.
Okay, but if I put it with the words "we see you," it would be incitement.
Given the preceding tweets.
Which are what?
My Lord, that's what I'm saying. The 19 tweets must be taken in the context. Today, I only referred to the one to show that there was indeed communication by the accused on the Twitter platform. So,
Major General, I'm so sorry. We're just now moving around the same circle. We've established, haven't we, that the majority of those 19 tweets had the words "we see you." Right?
that's according to my affidavit, yes?
That's according to your affidavit, then it must be true. Correct?
That's correct.
Yes. So let's be generous and say the majority of 19 tweets is 9. Actually, it's 10. Okay? Are you with me? Yes.
I'll agree to that.
Yes. So please tell the court, apart from this repetitive, we see you 10 times minimum, what was contained in the other 9 tweets that makes you to give this answer that you're giving? That it's only dangerous if it's seen with the other tweets. So let's forget the 10 that say we see you. What was contained in the remainder that made you that made them dangerous or quote unquote important?
Important. My Lord, with our investigation and the methodology, we were in possession of a global picture of all the tweets, of all the submissions, of all the trending, of the modules that was being used by the different platforms. And from there, we made it, we had to look at what is it that would lead us to evidence? What would have caused people to have reacted? And it's safe to say, as a result of some of, not might be the accused, but other tweets as well, and probably some of the accused, further looting has taken place. Now, the question is that I never unpacked in my affidavit the entire 19, because I know there is an expert who's going to come and unpack it. So it was no need for me to unpack it. Mine was just to bring to the court's attention that indeed there was communication from the accused before court, before, during, and after. And I think the counsel is trying to find out, alone, I must agree, alone ICU and VCU would not have brought her to the court.
Thank you.
But as a result of the tweets preceding, it did bring her to court right now.
What did they say?
I think the pics and pictures was denoting certain things. Just that I cannot remember, but this specific one, I'm aware of the fire, the picture that you put, and what was noted under.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong. If you cannot remember, that's a good answer. So you don't know what the remainder of the tweets which made this statement dangerous were saying. You can't remember.
No, I cannot remember what the important parts.
Thank you. Well, I can tell you for free that I don't know how many experts may come, but nothing more quote unquote important or dangerous was said in those tweets more than what you have quoted here. What do you have to comment?
My Lord, if that's counsel's opinion, I think let the experts come and present to court.
Fair enough. Right. Now, sorry, my Lord, just looking for my notes. Where's my yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, my Lord. Then, just to clarify something, when I said that the accused was not one of the listed quote-unquote persons of interest, you said the persons of interest only related to WhatsApp.
in reference of paragraph, page 3. Yes, to
paragraph
those.
10.
Paragraph 10. That's correct, my lord.
Yes. And what is metadata?
What is?
Metadata, the word you used at paragraph 10. You said the following WhatsApp chat groups were identified and metadata revealed the following.
Is what we, from WhatsApp, where we were able to recover from cell phones that were seized, from WhatsApp groups, we were able to get the communication, who sent it, what metadata is the communication, who sent it, when it was sent, the timing, the info. When you go on your WhatsApp, it's information, and the information tell you date, time sent, who read it, what time it was. So that is metadata, my lord.
That includes metadata from Twitter, correct?
No. This was only with WhatsApp,
No, Twitter was not involved at all.
not on this chat groups. This was only done with the WhatsApp group.
I see. So when you said paragraph 9, that's on page 2, through the use of conventional and unconventional methodology, I'm reading from the middle, Malo, we managed to identify the following national groupings that were using social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram, and IMO. Must we read that to only refer to WhatsApp?
No, my lord. I think you must, my lordship, council must just be fair. And it says, through the use of conventional and unconventional methodology, we managed to identify the following national and provincial groupings that was using the social media platform, such as
Yes,
WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, and IMO.
yes.
So the references, the
there's
different,
more.
no, allow me, counsel, that the platform that was used, I'm placing in perspective the different platforms, WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram, and IMO.
Right.
So nowhere does it says over here, the metadata that I referred on to 10, paragraph 10, was in respect of the WhatsApp.
No, that's not what I said, sir. You see, that's why I said just listen to the question. Don't worry about where it's going. Just answer the question truthfully. I'm saying, forget about paragraph 10 for now. On paragraph 9, when you say national and provincial groupings, you mean those that were on WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram, and IMO, correct?
That's correct, my lord.
Yes. That's all.
But does it refer to metadata in paragraph 9?
No.
No, my lordship.
Sir, please just answer the question. Don't argue with me.
Just a moment.
Don't argue with me, please.
I think, Major General, first part of this question is whether what you say in paragraph 9, those groups, you say they relate
to WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram, and IMO, whatever IMO is.
Perhaps you can just respond to the first part, then if there's need to continue, then we proceed.
No, thank you, my lord. My lord, I think it's important that I must place myself in perspective. I'm under oath in this court, and to be reminded 17 times now that I must be truthful, I think that is disrespectful. I'm under oath, and I stand here before the court to testify under oath. So I think I must also be able to say, because it's as though I'm lying. There's nothing for me. If I'm lying, then I'm under oath.
Major General, I can assure you, I haven't made a final whether that you are not truthful. That process, it's far away from now. So if counsel have said that, have you said it?
I've never said he was lying.
No, he said being truthful. I must just be truthful, and then I must keep on saying. I think for me, I'm saying, I got to respond to you. I will respond to you, not in agreement all the time with you, but I'll respond.
Thank you.
I believe that that's a truthful response.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, may proceed.
Thank you. Let's go back to the question.
My lord,
When I say, okay, so I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I just want to make you at ease here. It's important that we do this productively and in a
Yes.
relaxed atmosphere.
thank you, counsel.
So when I say to you, forget about paragraph 10, do you understand what that means? In that question I was giving you, I said, forget about paragraph 10. Let's just go to paragraph 9. You remember that?
I remember paragraph 10, metadata,
Yes, I
and then
said
you said,
forget.
let's go back to 9, and you read 9 in perspective.
Yes, and I said forget about paragraph 10.
All right, I'll forget paragraph 10.
Thank
Let's
you.
go back to 9 now.
Thank you. So on paragraph 9, is your answer that the national and provincial groupings were on those 4 platforms?
That's correct on the social media platforms.
Right. Thank you. See how easy it is. Okay. Now, and then if you go to paragraph, page 4, my lord, that is the paragraph 12. You have that structure there, I'll call it a pyramid. That's a pyramid of control of these, it starts with international people, national suppliers, organizers, and then the looters at the bottom.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, yeah. Now, you've got them in different colors here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You accept that this accused does not fall into any of those 5 levels, as you call them. She's not an international trader, correct?
And definitely not on the international level, my lord.
She's not a national market politicians, national facilitators, instigator, riot planners, national financiers. She's not that, correct?
That's not correct, my lord.
Pardon?
That's not correct, my lord.
What is she, a financier?
Where we see her as the national facilitator, she fits in that category at that level.
National facilitator.
Yeah, where in terms of the criminal value chain, this is what we call the criminal value chain.
Yes.
And for the criminal value chain, we attach the person, the surrounding, and she fits at that level
Of
as a national facilitator. Yes.
Okay. What did she facilitate nationally?
My lord, this is where it becomes, when we do our structures, does the person has an influence on a provincial level, on a municipal level, or local level, or a national level? And in her case, she had a national perspective, a national outcome, an influence nationally, where one message will go out throughout the country.
But all messages on Twitter go throughout the country and the world.
No, agreed. But the person, the influence of the person as a social influencer has a different outcome. So she fits at level 4 as a national facilitator. One of the many that's mentioned there.
Yeah. So national facilitator is someone who has a national reach.
National reach with the influence.
Yes.
Yes,
What it means.
that's right.
So I'm a national facilitator.
Because of your status as SC, yes, what you say will go. Now, with myself, cannot be a national influence because we at that level.
Okay. So that's all you people know you nationally.
That's correct, my lord.
So it's not a chain of crime. It's a chain of influence.
Lord, yes, it's a chain of influence. It's the same as a syndicate. You got a syndicate leader, the number 2 or number 3, and then each one got a structure and a rank and file.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just using that in terms of, as you alluded, it is a chain of influence.
Yes. It's the same as you say, syndicate. It's also the same as a church.
Yes, that's correct, my lord.
So it could be anything. As long as those who have national influence in a church will be called national facilitators in your language.
No, but in the criminal value chain,
Aha.
there's a difference that the church is not criminal, or unless I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But this is a criminal value chain that we're referring to.
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to get you to. So I've asked you why is she a national facilitator. All you told the court is that because she has a national influence. Where's the criminal value chain in that?
The position of, or the identification as a national facilitator on its own is not a crime, but the effect or outcome of the incitement, influence, or propagation will influence.
Yeah. All right. You would agree with me that you have no evidence that the accused had any connection with the level 1 people, with the looters themselves.
No, my lord. Like I said, on Twitter, we did not pick up influence or direct links with any of the people that were arrested or person of influence.
Yes. Good. And therefore, the accused, the people that she reached were her followers. I think you said that earlier. Were her followers, correct?
That's correct.
Not the looters.
My Lord, as I was reminded earlier, part not to talk about, but in the 64 are the majority of people, and some of them, quite a few, are followers on a Twitter that's arrested on the High Court case that's pending.
No. Major General, please, this is important, and I will allow you to answer it, I think. You have already answered that there was no direct link between her and the looters. At least there might have been, but you don't have evidence of that.
No evidence, my Lord.
Okay, good. Now, I'm saying the only thing that we know is that there was a direct link between her and her followers. Correct?
That's correct, my Lord.
Yes. But no direct link with the looters. And I'm going to come to your explanation. Correct?
My Lord, I hear what counsel. Allow me just to allude to that. We're referring to one tweet. There would have been a follower responding. There would have been follow-up responses. So all those have not. I cannot say that the response that you are responding right now to Joe Soap is also an accused in the other case. But
No. Sorry. I think we're talking at cross purposes. Maybe it's my fault. I'm not talking about accused in other cases. I'm talking about what you call the looters on the ground. You call them looters, arsonists, protesters, background noise, thieves, criminals, members of the community. That's your level 1.
yes, correct, my Lord.
Yes. There's no evidence of her having any direct link with those people, not accused in other cases. The actual looters.
Not to my knowledge, my Lord.
Yes, thank you. Safe, to be fair to you, because I use the word direct, safe to say that, as you say, there's a possibility that she might have tweeted something, somebody else might have retweeted it, and then it might ended up in a WhatsApp group and so on. In that way, that's the only link you can have, correct?
That's correct, my Lord.
Thank you. And therefore, if her message, what we know is that her message reached her followers. That we can't deny, correct?
That's correct, my Lord.
But we don't know if the message reached any looters.
I cannot safely say that.
Thank you. Right. And have you had any insight into, you keep on referring, you said to the court, the expert, Mr. Steinberg.
Brigadier Stein, female.
Miss, I'm told it's a miss. Yeah, Brigadier Steinberg is the one who is going to give evidence on the other 19 tweets, correct? And more.
Yes, on the global forensic
Global
investigation.
picture. Yeah. And you said the words "we see you" mean congratulations.
That's what counsel said. I did not say congratulations.
Yes, you did. The record will show.
That I said that see you means congratulations.
Yes.
My Lord, unless I'm confusing myself.
You didn't say that.
No, I'm confused. I said.
Yeah, you are confused, but did you say that?
No, I'm not confused.
No, you said you are confused.
No, I'm not confused, counsel.
Okay.
I think it was just perfectly. Except I'm not
I'm not
confused that there cannot be any insinuation.
Yes.
I did not say. I said from the start, my Lord, that these words must be read in context
Yes.
of the tweet. So I don't know where's congratulations that I would have said the word means congratulations.
Yes. No, that's fine. Maybe it's my fault. You
No, no, but I
today
think-
standing there, you never said this should be translated as congratulations. You never said that. I'm just making it up.
Sorry, my lord, can I just ask counsel just to explain, because I think that's important to set the record straight here. If need be, then it will be. If I said that, but that definitely wouldn't have come out. I said the word means congratulations.
All right, Mr. Major, what I recorded is that you may not have said, but when you're interpreting the word I see you, you see us, oh, it's congratulations. That you said. But you never said he congratulated them. But you said it's congratulations. In fact, I was enthusiastically trying also during after re-examination to touch on this whether, but now it's here whether you said it consciously or not.
My lord, you're 100% right. That's the way you explain. I agree. That's what I said. I said if the word is used alone, I see you, we see you, it can be seen. But when it's used in the context of the words and the tweet, it cannot. If you just say I see you, we see you, it's interpreted one. But to say I see, just said it means congratulations. I did not say it means congratulations. I referred using the word alone and using the word in the context of the tweet.
No, let me put it simpler. Did you use the word congratulations in your explanation of receiving?
If my lordship says it, then I would have used. I must accept what's been said.
But if I said,
No,
if I said it's no.
No.
Sir.
Please, so far we're doing very well.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
But,
I put it.
members of the public, you are entitled
Participate.
to attend court, participate, but please maintain the decorum of the court. The moment you start shouting, laughing, and so on, even the video, the recording machines will not record what is said properly. Just to assist you from what I've written, the video framing from in the content of what it was said, congratulations. That's what I've recorded.
Me too.
My Lord, can I suggest a way forward? I think I must concede that the word congratulations was used at some point. I haven't.
Of course, it was used without further elaboration.
My recollection, and I want to look at the notes and perhaps listen to the tapes, but I will allow, I'm not going to object to the cross-examination on that point. We can always argue on it. I don't want to spend a lot of time on the issue of whether it was said or not. The word congratulations was used in court, and we'll place it into a context when we have the translation.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. I appreciate that, sir. So, okay, it's not me now. So if it's His Lordship and Mr. Khan, I will accept that you use the word.
no, I'll accept the ruling as long as not what counsel said. You said the word I see you and we see you as congratulations. The word of use, the use of the word congratulations was used, but not in the way that what you have said, that I said it,
Yes,
as meaning congratulations. I did not say it means congratulations.
that's fine. But in whatever context, the word we see you can, according to you, can quote congratulations, can be associated with congratulations.
If it's used independently, individually, and in the context or the environment, like today we say, I see you, because you're looking handsome. It's a congratulatory part.
Thank you. All right. And the real question I was asking is, have you seen the interpretations given by some of the experts that the word we see you is a translation of the Zulu greeting, Sanibonani?
No, my lord, I do not have access to the affidavits itself. In the broader investigation, I would have. But what's before court, I thought it was prudent that I do not involve myself with the affidavits. So I have not seen the experts' affidavits as such.
Okay, fine, I accept that. Would you agree then with the state's experts who say that we see you or I or Sawubona
My lord, with a little Zulu and understanding someone is the greeting. But to say, I see, I don't comment myself. I do not know the transliteration of that word from Zulu to English.
All right, but okay, if those aspects are correct, that Sanibonani means we see you, then you would at least agree, even with little Zulu, that when someone says Sanibonani, it's not, they're not saying congratulations or anything.
My lord, to me, Sanibonani is someone, it's greeting somebody.
Lastly, Major General, when you were giving the statement on paragraph 24, you said that you gave us a translation. Are you fluent or conversant in Zulu?
No, my lord.
Paragraph 24, sorry, I'm sorry. Let me just remind you. You said the words makabane isikhathi sokulwa kule nkundla ngomakhala ekhukhwini siphelile amandla. Then it says loosely translated into English, the statement means comrades, the time to fight in this arena with a mobile phone is over. Power. Is that your translation?
No, my lord. It's the investigation team, the national investigation where I was a coordinator. Remember, I'm not an individual on the team. We had experts, we had investigators, everyone. So this translation was people who were of Zulu origin that would have referred to that this is what they are trying to say in the context of, once again, of the civil unrest. Because this was made before the civil unrest, this was made in a context. So it was a group of investigators, I want to say, of Zulu speaking, Xhosa speaking, that we were together. I'm not fluent in Zulu. I think I must just respect that. But this, I would have got it from somebody who would have narrated what it means.
Is that statement in Zulu?
I would believe, my lord, that is Zulu.
And what do you mean you would believe? Could it be Setswana?
My lord, knowing that the accused before court is Zulu, I would believe her language would be Zulu. I must just respect that. And that's the way because I don't read and write Zulu, I'm saying I believe, to your answer, I believe that Zulu.
The only reason you believe it's Zulu is because she's Zulu.
Yes, she's Zulu, and Isikati, I know it's time, and Sipirele, it's finished. There's kitchen Fanagalo Zulu been a little bit. But I believe it's Zulu because she's Zulu orientated.
No, I understand that. You're simply saying the only reason you can say it's Zulu is because she is Zulu speaking.
I would say that, my lord.
Yes, number one. Number two, the translation is not your translation.
No, it's not mine. I crafted it when I was informed, or as a team, that this is what it loosely means.
Yes, that's what I mean. In court, we call it hearsay. So the translation is hearsay.
My lord, if that's hearsay, then I must accept it because this is not my translation. I did not translate it in that way.
You can't vouch for that translation. It might be completely wrong. Correct?
The possibility it could be, my lord.
Yes. And so why did you not indicate to the court that this translation is hearsay borrowed from other people, and you don't actually know what that phrase means?
My lord, I don't think that's fair when we're crafting an affidavit under oath that what counsel is now putting under cross-examination. Is that my evidence? If it's not my evidence, why would I put something that's not my evidence? I put it there and you have the right, yes, I'm saying to you that it's not my translation directly. I did not translate it. It was part of a bigger grouping. But for me to say why it's not in my affidavit, I felt it's not necessary because there's not evidence for me. I just encapsulated what was loosely translated to mean that. So I cannot say I'm a child of court. That is not true, not correct. That's not my evidence. My evidence is to say loosely translated into English. And that's what I did, my lord.
Okay. But you understand what I'm saying? Without this cross-examination, the court or anybody else, any reasonable person could have been left with an impression that this is your translation. Do you understand that?
No, my affidavit, it would, you correctly saying, they would assume it's my translation.
Yes. Thank you. Is the court will be as God pleases, those will be the questions. Maybe I should just put, in fairness, thank you very much, Major General. I will argue, just in fairness to you, I will argue at the end that your evidence is completely unhelpful, at least to the case of the state. It might be helpful to our case, but that and nothing you have said in this evidence indicates or gives the court, gives it any light as to why the accused is sitting here, if it's based only on these things that you've cited here. I'll argue that. So you may comment if you want, but I'll argue it anyway.
Now, my lord, it's the right of counsel to argue, and I would like to hear the same words probably at the end of the trial.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Mr. Tamlai. I'm not sure you want to start with the re-examination.
My lord, I will not be very long. It is now 3 o'clock. I should be over by 3:30. General Governor, the main purpose of you having been called as a witness was to take or place the court in a position regarding what the situation and the state of the country was when these comments were made, and you've hardly been questioned on that. So I'm not going to re-examine you on it at all. It would appear that we are in agreement with counsel for the defense that the country was in a state of chaos at the time. Do you follow?
That's correct, my lord.
Now, I just want to deal with the submissions that you've made regarding certain statements made by the accused, etc. Right? You were the national coordinator for DPCI on unrest-related cases, correct?
That's correct, my lord.
Now, in your capacity as national coordinator for DPCI, did you read all the dockets that came, or did you get reports on the dockets that were sent to your office?
My lord, every case that was reported in the form of a summary, and a copy of those dockets was at the national level.
Did you investigate every single docket on your own, or how were the dockets investigated?
My lord, as a national coordinator, there was a team that was made up of the DPCI, the Greater Mother Body, NPA. So it was a prosecutor-guided investigation. So at the national level, we unpacked all the information and intelligence that came to the light. Every case was reported, or whatever intelligence gathering, we packaged it to support the provinces, because we had a global view of the country as opposed to a provincial view or a station view. So the investigation that was done was placed in the group, discussed, interrogated, and the best methodology is what we advise the people on the ground to follow.
Now, once you had advised the people on the ground to follow, did the dockets come back to you after they were investigated, or did that responsibility fall to somebody else?
My lord, it stayed, if it's in the case of KZN, General Sedona, the head of the Hawks, was here. He was responsible for all those investigations. So those things stayed at the province. But we had oversight because we were having weekly meetings and monthly meetings, because we not only reported to the police, we also reported to parliamentary level and different levels going forward.
Now, at your level, as the national head of the task team, as it were, that was investigating these unrest cases, were you the ones who made the decision to place the matter on the courtroom, or did somebody else make that decision?
No, my lord, we advised and we had meetings. In the case of KZN, we sat with the KZN team, we advised, we took their side of the investigation, and once that, it's the DPP's office in consultation with the investigation team made a decision to prosecute or not to prosecute.
So can I, let me see if I understand it. So at your level, your function was to look at the docket at the outset that had been received and determine whether it was a docket that required further investigation, correct?
That's correct, my lord.
And then you sent it further down to somebody who would actually conduct the investigation and make and either place it on the roll or decline, correct?
My lord, I think to place it on perspective, the national coordination, we did the investigation. The provincial teams did the finer tuning and the docket and preparing the docket for court purposes or referral to the DPP's office. So
at the stage when you looked at these comments that you recorded in your statement in paragraph 24, 27, and so on, at that stage, what was the level of investigation into those documents? Let me state it more directly. Has the investigation been complete, or was it going to be referred for investigation?
No, it was not complete, my lord. It was going to be referred for further investigation to the provincial levels itself.
So I'm not going to ask you to award prizes to the comments about which was first and second and third, right? I think that is not a good exercise to do. But these that you put into your statement, what effect did they have on you? Did they inform you perhaps, or did they guide you perhaps to say that this topic needs more investigation? How did it go?
My lord, the mere fact that the comment that was made on the 8th alone was for information purposes, but for evidential purposes, we had to go, the investigators had to go a step further and do the necessary investigation to prove that that statement made on the 8th was indeed made from an original Twitter or a fake Twitter. Was it from the accused or not from the accused? So the mere sharing of that one Twitter was not at that stage evidential, but for information. We had to take the information and intelligence and craft it into evidence for court purposes. And this is where the team from KZN would have crafted that information and intelligence that we had into evidence to where we are coming today.
General Robert, you must assist me, right? I just need you to be specific, to clear up. If you're going to give us long explanations, you are now involving yourself in things you were not there. Right? Just focus on your own role. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Right. So once you had departed with the docket and dispatched it, you had no further interaction with the docket, correct?
No. My lord, with the greatest respect, my learned friend knows that he can't do that. He can't ask leading questions. He's putting the purpose.
I apologize, my lord. I'll rephrase. After the docket had been dispatched, did you have further interaction with it?
Not with the investigation itself, my lord, but with the team that was overall, the overview of all the investigations, but not specifically going into the docket, inspecting the dockets, no.
Did you get the report back on the progress that was being made?
That's the progress, that's the word, progress report we were getting.
All right. Now, let's talk about this question that was raised to you about whether you were able to link any of the routers directly to the accused before court. We were told in evidence that the accused has about 124,000 followers on Facebook. Do you recall?
That's correct, my lord.
Was there an interrogation done on each and one of those 124,000 to determine whether they felt or they fell within the contract of looters or some other place in the hierarchy? On Twitter, the 124 Twitter followers.
No, my lord, I'm not aware that the 124,000 was interrogated the way it's been asked.
Now, you mentioned earlier that there are several cases on the court road in cases, and some of them have been finalized, and some of them are still being investigated. You mentioned that that was a similar position outside this province as well. Do you recall it?
That's correct, my lord.
Now, what I want to ask you about, are you aware, or perhaps can you comment on whether at any stage the interaction between the different role players in all of these dockets was being considered?
So that didn't go to the first one.
Was there any investigation to determine if there was any interaction between the role players in the different cases? I'm not sure if I can-
Maybe it will be, maybe it will get rid of the objection.
You were asked to the extent that you were asked what took so long to bring the case of Ms. Sambudla, Zuma Sambudla, to court. You said that there were many investigations. You recall?
That's correct, my lord.
The question that I'm putting to you, was there a cross-investigation done between those many investigations to see if all the people who are implicated in some way are actually linked to each other?
That's correct, my worship. On paragraph 14, I think I clearly alluded the different groupings that were said persons of interest and the number of people that were linked to multiple groupings. So that would have been cross-cutting from the one to the other grouping as well. On paragraph 14.
In the circumstances of that investigation, could any investigation have been completed if another one was not completed?
No, my lord. We felt it was best to investigate all those allegations together and bring it to court like what we have done, where people that were currently charged are charged either on the one group or on the multiple groups. So not all 64 is charged on one. There might be an accused that's charged with the Inc. group, Intigweni group. So there has been multiple charges against a single accused for the different groups.
You were asked questions at length about whether if anyone had used the words "we see you," they would be charged. Do you recall that?
That's correct, my lord.
The question I have for you is, have you received a complaint against anyone else for using the words "we see you" that somebody found offensive?
No, my lord.
Now, sir, as policemen, you said that these pictures that accompanied Sambudla Zuma's, sorry, is it Zuma? Zuma, I apologize, ma'am. Ms. Zuma Sambudla's tweets, these pictures were being circulated by other people, correct?
It's trending on social media. That's correct, my lord.
That's the word, right. Now, did the police do an investigation to look into every single tweet account or Twitter account that picture appeared on, or did you act on the basis of a complaint that you had received?
My lord, in terms of pics on Twitter, when it's shared as an original pic, it will show. And then if it's reshared, it will say reshared, meaning that that person did not set it as an original. It was a reshared pic. So we did not do each and every one.
Let me be more specific. Did you investigate any account or any person who posted those pictures to whom you did not receive the complaint statement in the form of an A1 statement.
No,
In
my
which there
lord.
was no document.
No.
Did you receive such a complaint in respect of Ms. Zuma Sambu?
My lord, what was the name with Sarah Jane or Sarah from Paul O'Sullivan's office? That was the only one that we knew as a complaint.
Now I want you to focus again on another aspect that you were cross-examined as a lens on, and that is when exactly did the accused become a person of interest? Do you recall those questions?
That's correct, my lord.
And in your responses to those questions, you stated quite categorically to the court that she was a person of interest long before the 7th of July. Do you recall?
That's correct, my lord.
Right. So now, what I want you to tell us is what prompted the interest in her. My colleague has already put to you that Sarah Jane Trent's statement came on the 13th of July. Do you understand?
That's what I read, my lord.
You have stated that she was already a person of interest to you before the 7th of July. Do you understand?
That's correct, my lord.
Now, what I want to know is what prompted your prior interest in her?
My lord, I think, well, let me say, not think, given the fact that at that point in time in June, the impending decision of the Constitutional Court against the former president and the accused being the daughter, we also set ourselves for any of the eventualities. Now, I think it was a surprise, the Constitutional Court's decision. And when on the 29th, when that came up, we immediately realized that, you know what, there is going to be more to the outcome. And as I said, she has been a person of interest, but on the 29th, but when a tweet on the 30th came out, I think that indicated that's when it sparked our interest to look deeper into her.
Let me put it to you more personally. Was she being targeted in any way for any criminal offense that she had committed prior to 1 July?
Mr. Khan, I'm not sure whether this question will outside other than this, which is before.
My Lord, I specifically use the date 1 July because if I recall, the charge sheet starts at 29 June. But if my Lord, if you find it unfair, I will withdraw it.
I don't want to interfere with your.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, I don't want to prejudice your case. All what I'm saying is that if you persist in wanting to know what is it, then surely what I expect.
my Lord, I believe that the question has already largely been answered. I was just trying to embrace the answer, but if my Lordship sees a red flag with that question, I'm prepared to withdraw the question, and we can deal with some other issues. That's what he said. My Lord, I'm advised that I have covered everything. I have no further questions.
Major General, you have been here for too long. You only have 10 years. So you are now excused. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. You may now stand down.
As copies. My Lord, we do have another witness available, but we will not start with the evidence at this stage of the day. The next witness will be Sarah Jane Trent, so that my colleague can prepare and we can adjourn until tomorrow morning.
I agree, my Lord. That's good, please.
Thank you. You may stand down. Remember, it's an adjourn to tomorrow for further hearing. We are out on bail. Your bail is extended until tomorrow. Out of
Creators, take these 3 apps I built to run my business made with Base 44. They're ready for you as free-to-use templates in the link below. Let's talk productivity. As a one-man show, I have to handle everything myself, so missing a task isn't an option. I built a scheduling calendar to manage my content, and I added reminders for all the little tasks that keep things moving. Second, my community. I built a content hub where I share free assets, gather leads, and even host paid memberships. Then I added a booking system so people can schedule one-on-one calls with me. Easy. And third, creative ideation, a hub that lets the AI develop my core ideas. One section for brainstorming concepts, another for splitting content across different platforms. And I can always add more, like a title generator for videos, so I don't waste time stuck on headlines anymore. You know your workflow better than anyone, so take these 3 free-to-use templates I built with Base 44 and make them your own.
Do you know the truth of being born again? If I have told you earthly things and you do not believe, how will you believe if I tell you heavenly things?
In his first book, Have You Truly Been Born Again of Water and the Spirit? And second book, Return to the Gospel of the Water and the Spirit, the servant of God, Pastor Paul C. John, clearly testifies, using the scriptures from both the Old and New Testaments as written in the Bible, about the role of John the Baptist and the reason why Jesus was baptized by him. By visiting the New Life Mission website, you can download the Word of God in various languages as free ebooks, audiobooks,
All right, those are proceedings that we continue to follow there at the Madlanga Commission, where fresh evidence
the evidence of the witnesses, Sergeant Musia, Colonel Mhlahlo, and Colonel Mangena. Was it the bullet point? The projectile was found on the kitchen top on the 27th October 2014. Now, if you take the evidence of Sergeant Mandla Masondo and Sergeant Musi Dlamini, that accused number 3 was arrested on the 9th of February 2015 in possession of the firearm, some 6 months after the incident. And if you take into account the evidence of Colonel Mangena that ballistic tests were only carried out on 20 July 2020, it could not have been known on the 27th of October as to whom the firearm that discharged that bullet projectile belongs to. That is the proposition put in its simplest form.
Umshishisi uyasho-ke eSotovu ukuthi uma ubuka-ke ufakazi bakamnumzana uMusiya, uMhlahlo futhi umnumzana uMangena bona-ke benza bathola-ke lapho le nhlamvu ngemuva kwenyanga noma ngelanga lange-27 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2014, bese-ke nake wenza-ke inhlolo zale nhlamvu nge-20 zakaJulayi ngomnyaka ka-2020. Namhlanje isivivinyo sala nhlamvu ngelanga lange-20 zakaJulayi ngomnyaka ka-2020. Athi kepha-ke uma ubuka-ke ufakazi bakamnumzana-ke uMandla Masondo futhi noBheki Dlamini bona-ke bathola mhlawumbe babopha-ke umsithathu umnumzana-ke uMncube ngelanga lange-9 zakaFebruwari ngomnyaka ka-2015 lapho atholakala enesikade ngoba watholakala enesibhamu esingekho semthethweni noma ngesibhamu ngendlela engekho semthethweni. Futhi bona-ke bengeke bakwazi ukwenza-ke iy'nhlolo zesibhamu ngalo-ke ilanga lange-27 zaka-October. Manje uma uqhathanisa mhlawumbe ukuxhumanisa lokhu konkana athi yena-ke bebangeke bazi ukuthi yisiphi isibhamu esakhiqiza mhlawumbe sadubula-ke leya nhlamvu.
Are you able to comment?
Akhona ukukhuluma ngale nkulumo noma kukhona ukukhuluma kuyo?
Ngoba bengishilo ukuthi angazi ukuthi ungufaka senzo izinto ezitholakalile nokwenzakaleni kukho akukho engikwaziyo ngakho mina njengishona manje angazi lutho ngokufaka senzo.
Just like as I have said that I know nothing about the death of Senzo, and that whatever things, items in which they were found, I also know nothing about such.
Ukuthi unumber 3 waboshwa ubani kupha angazi lutho futhi number 3 number 3 angimazi ngicela ukumazi eBosberg mina uma sathenda le case.
And pertaining to accused number 3 as to how he got arrested, that I don't know. And the first time I started knowing him, it was when we appeared at the Bosberg Magistrate Court for this matter.
It's time
Okay.
for the court to adjourn. Can we adjourn until tomorrow?
Ngicela ukuthi mshushisi
15:31.
simise kancane ke ngohlelo lokulalela egaleni bese buye futhi kusasa ngahora laka-10.
Yeah, okay. Until tomorrow.
The mentality. So we might end up